building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pushes him over. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Well, this defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they go play action with Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Faking the handoff. Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only getting 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. He's got him in, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. First down, Howell to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on second down. Howell. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Sly able to put this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. And you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even 50% thus far.
And certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Powell taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Moore, the man in motion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now back to throw. He's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. They're going to worry a little bit about the call because people are probably not going to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Powell. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Being chased out left. He's got a man. Complete. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's Howell with another throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second and 10. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Off play action. It's Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here is the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Down to the 25. They went in a great starting field position on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board. And
his kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Powell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long. And
that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 61 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Slide for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time now? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jets. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Faking the handoff, Howell. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 1. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggling to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. So that every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
They'll look to throw again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, it's Mims. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Cameron Curl. 30, 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the completion to Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Denzel Mims.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home.